All right, fantasy check-in for the Milwaukee Bucks. Let's start with Eric Bledsoe, a guy that many people are frustrated with because over the last 7 games, he's the 143rd ranked player, playing only 29 minutes per game. Now, a large portion of that is to do with some of the blowout victories the Bucks have had, but there's also some other things we've got to dig into with Bledsoe here, and why are his numbers so down? Well, the fact is that he is a high 40s field goal guy, normally 49, 50% from the field, and that boosts his value way up. But over the last 7 games, he's down under 45%, including a putrid 22% from three. He's also a guy that's around the 2 steals per game guy, and that's where his value comes from. But over the last 7, he's had just 7 steals in those games, and that's dropped his value way down. You know, throw in the fact that he's hitting just 0.7 threes per game, only 12 points. The minutes are down in that time as well. Then it's a real disappointing performance. But to me, it's a massive buy low. He's not losing all these minutes to George Hill. I don't believe that's going to be a consistent thing. It's a slump in assists, it's a slump in shooting, and then the playing time will go back up and everything will be back to normal. So I think he's a really big buy low option here, Eric Bledsoe. Yanni's been pretty strong. The free throws are improving, and that's jumping his rank back up. Good blocks, great field goal percentage. Middleton had that little bit of a slump. He's sort of getting back on track as well. He's a top 50 player over the last 2 weeks, and Malcolm Brogdon returning from that hamstring injury, just back doing what he was doing beforehand. He has been super impressive this season. I didn't think he'd be able to be as good as what he's been, but he has clearly exceeded that. While Brook Lopez, one of the best source of threes and blocks, is that combination that exists. Over the last 2 weeks, he's hitting over 2 threes and getting over 2 blocks per game. The field goal percentage is an issue, but he's putting up some pretty strong numbers. I've got to give a quick shout out to DJ Wilson, who's been admirably filling in for Ersan Ilyasova, averaging 7 and 7 with 0.7 blocks. Yeah, the percentages need some work, but he's showing at least he can stick as an NBA rotation player. He doesn't have much fantasy value this season because when Ersan is back, he's probably not going to remain in the rotation, is DJ, but he's shown enough to at least show that he shouldn't have his rookie option declined for the coming seasons.